This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Hey guys, it's Catherine. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to record a vocal cover if you are a beginner and have absolutely no clue where to start. I got you. I'm going to be sharing with you guys some beginner-friendly equipment and software, as well as actually walk you through how to record and mix your vocals. First things first, we're going to talk about equipment. So the first thing you will need is a computer. I am using my MacBook Pro, but any computer will do. You just have to download some sort of digital audio editor or digital audio workstation. Two that I would highly recommend for beginners are Audacity and GarageBand. Both of these are free, however, GarageBand is only available on Mac. In this video, I'm going to be using Audacity since that's what I first started out using. Next piece of equipment that we'll need is a microphone. I am using the Blue Yeti microphone and I would highly recommend it for beginners. This was my first microphone and I am still using it to this day. It is super easy to use. Since it's a USB microphone, all you gotta do is plug it straight into your computer. You don't even need an audio interface. The last piece of equipment that we'll need are headphones. Any headphones will do. Today I'm gonna be using the free ones that came with my phone. Moving on to recording setup. Location is so important. When you're choosing a location to record, you want to make sure that it's a space that does not have a lot of background noise or natural reverb. Although noise and reverb can be treated later on when you're mixing, it'll just make your life so much easier if you just choose a spot that's nice and quiet. One great spot to record is inside of a closet. I know it sounds silly, I swear it works. Since you have so many clothes, that can really help absorb any extra sound and you can get a really nice crisp recording. If you don't have a closet, you can always record with a blanket over your head, microphone, and computer. It's kind of the similar idea with the fabric absorbing the noise, and it does look very silly, but it gets the job done. Another important factor to take into consideration when setting up your recording space is your microphone. Two things, microphone distance and microphone gain, and these both have to do with trying to avoid distortion in your vocal recordings. Make sure you're a reasonable distance away from your microphone. You don't really want to be too close, and you also don't want to be too far. Same idea with microphone gain. In case you didn't know, microphone gain is this little knob right here. It controls the amplitude of a microphone signal, basically how loud things are. One tip I have is that it's always safer to go with a lower gain than a higher gain. With a lower gain, if your audio is too quiet, you can always just boost the volume later when you're mixing. But with a higher gain, if your audio is distorted because it's too loud, you can't really save it. So now that I've set everything up, I'm gonna go ahead and open Audacity and start recording. Alright, so I've got Audacity open, my microphone is plugged into my laptop, my earbuds are plugged into my microphone, and so the first thing I'm gonna do is double check that the input and output on Audacity are all right. In my case, I want my input to be Yeti stereo microphone since I'm gonna be singing into my microphone and I want that to go through to my computer. And I also want my output to be Yeti stereo microphone because I want to hear what's going on my computer through the earbuds that are connected to the microphone. So I'm just gonna double check over here. The input is indeed Yeti stereo microphone and the output is also Yeti stereo microphone. Next thing we want to do is open the instrumental track so that we can record our vocals with it. I'm gonna go to File, Import, Audio, and select the file that I want to use. Now that the instrumental track is open, we can go ahead and start recording vocals. Making sure that my cursor is at the beginning of the song, I'm gonna hold down my Shift key on the keyboard and click the record button so that it'll record a new track. Straight hair, straight A's, straightforward, straight path. I don't cut corners, I make a point to be on time. For the purposes of this video, I will not be singing through the entire song, but when you guys are recording your covers, feel free to do as many takes as you need. So now that we've got our raw vocals, it's time to start thinking about mixing. Since you guys are beginners, I'm gonna try and not dump too much information on you, but three effects we might wanna think about are EQ, compression, and reverb. EQ deals with frequencies, so you can basically change the balance of certain frequencies to create a more balanced sound. Compression deals with dynamic range, basically how quiet is your quietest moment, how loud is your loudest moment, and how can we make it so that we're bringing those decibel levels to a closer range. And reverb just is a kind of stylistic thing. I like reverb, sounds pretty nice and beautiful. But yeah, in terms of mixing, I'd really just recommend going through all the effects and tweaking specific settings to see what they do. That'll really help you understand everything much better. I totally get how all of these effects can get super daunting, so that actually brings us to today's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community filled with thousands of inspiring classes for creators. It's curated specifically for learning, which means that there are no ads so you can stay focused. And they're always launching new premium classes so that you can explore wherever your creativity takes you. They have so many classes about music and music production that I find super helpful. One class that you guys might find super helpful is audio recording and editing with Audacity A to Z, taught by Kaushal Jasoria. This class covers everything from importing and exporting audio to using VSTs and plugins. If you're a beginner and after watching this video want to get more into Audacity, I would highly recommend checking out this class. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare so you can start exploring your creativity today. Yay! Thank you so much, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video. Once you've mixed your vocals, it's time to listen through with the backing track and make sure that those levels are balanced. We just want to make sure that we can hear both the instrumental and the vocals. I turned the instrumental down just a tad bit so that I could hear my vocals better, and I think I'm pretty happy with this, so now it's time to export. You could either do MP3 or WAV. Basically, the difference is that MP3 is compressed and WAV is uncompressed. So WAV is going to be a bigger file. And once you've exported it, there you go. You've recorded a cover. I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Straight hair, straight A's, straightforward, straight path. I don't cut corners, I make a point to be on time. Head of the student council, I don't black out at parties, I just